Begin your practice in a comfortable seated position, perhaps lifting your hips with a blanket or a bolster if that's more comfortable for your body. Once you find a healthy seat, close your eyes and allow yourself to connect more consciously to your physical body, aware of your sensory experience. Feel the weight of your sitting bones on the floor, relaxing any unnecessary tension from your muscles. And allow yourself to take deeper breaths. Let your abdominal muscles soften so that when you're inhaling, you can feel your belly expanding as well as your chest. And start to incorporate a count of 5 with each inhale and each exhale. So as you're taking your next inhale, counting to 5 internally, and then use that same pace to count to 5 as you exhale. 5 count inhale, 5 count exhale. Few more cycles of breath, inhaling 5 and exhaling 5. At the bottom of your next exhale, allow your breath to resume a natural rhythm. Continue to watch your breath, feeling the effect of your breath on your body. And then blinking your eyes back open. Begin your practice by rounding your back into a C shape as you exhale. Tuck your chin, tuck your abdomen. When you're ready to inhale, draw your chest forward and up and lift your chin. Pull your shoulders back. A gentle bow forward as you exhale, letting the back of your neck soften. And on the inhale, coming back into an arched position, chest lifting, shoulders back. Rounding into a C shape as you exhale. Arching as you inhale. Gentle bow on the exhale. And one more full cycle at your own breathing rhythm. When you finish your final bow forward, come back up to sitting tall. Rest your left hand on the floor beside you. Reach your right arm up and over into a side bend. Let your chin lift and let your head lean to stretch the side of the neck. Taking one more breath here. And then lift up and come into the stretch on the other side for a few breaths. Try to keep your focus on your sensory experience. Feeling what your body is feeling. When you take your next inhale, bring both arms up overhead. Cross into a twist as you exhale, bringing the left hand to the right knee, fingertips of the other hand resting behind you on the floor, and gently turning toward the wall behind you. Feeling what the body is feeling. And then releasing back to center. As you inhale, you can sweep your arms back up. On the exhale, cross into the twist on the other side. Releasing to center, take a forward fold, right down through the middle. Continue folding forward, allow your neck muscles to relax, and add a 2-count pause at the bottom of your exhales. So slow, steady, deep inhale in your forward fold, slow, steady exhale, and then just allowing your breath to disappear for 2 counts, and then beginning your inhale. Taking it through 2 more cycles of breath in your forward fold. When you've finished, you can stretch your legs forward, shake it out, and then transition to an all fours position. Feel the weight of your body on the floor, hands heavy, knees heavy on the mat. As you take your next exhale, curl your tailbone under, tuck your chin, round your back, let your hips sink back towards your heels. Coming back up to all fours, leading with your chest. Pull your chest forward as you lift your tailbone and press up. On your exhale, round your spine, curl the tailbone, tuck the chin, let your hips sink, let your elbows bend. Inhaling, heart draws forward, tailbone lifts, coming up with an arched back. And exhaling, rounding, sinking back, and adding a 2-count pause at the bottom of the exhale. Slow, deep inhales as you come up with an arched back. Slow, steady exhales as you round and sink your hips. And at the bottom of the exhale, pausing for 2 counts. Good. Take it through 2 more full cycles of breath. And then allow yourself to settle into child's pose. You might rest your wrists back by your heels for a few breaths. And allow your body to be really heavy on the floor, as if you could sink down into the floor in your child's pose. One more generous breath in child's pose. And then returning to a hands and knees position. Walk your hands a little further away from your knees. Spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes under, and lift your hips into downward facing dog. Press the floor away from you through your hands. Roll your outer armpits toward the floor. And then maybe pedal your feet to stretch calves and hamstrings. Starting to move with the breath, as you're inhaling, let your knees lower down to the mat. On the exhale, sink your hips towards your heels. Inhaling, all fours position. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, all fours position. Exhale, child's pose, pausing at the base of the exhale for 2 counts. Inhale, table position. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, table position. Exhale, child's pose, pausing for 2 or 3 counts. Inhaling to table position. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, we're going to look forward toward our hands and step our way to a standing fold. Let your upper body relax. Let your head be heavy. And then prepare to come to a halfway up position. So we'll slide hands either to the shins or the knees and lengthen out through your back as straight as a board. Expand your chest, draw your shoulders back, tuck your abdomen. As you take your next exhale, relax your upper body back down into the fold and pause at the bottom of the exhale for 2 counts. On the inhale, come halfway up, lengthen your back, expand your chest. And on the exhale, folding forward, pausing for 2 counts at the bottom of the exhale. One more time. Inhale halfway up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Pausing the breath for 2 counts. This next inhale, come all the way up to standing. Pressing down through your feet, sweeping your arms up. And as you exhale, bring your palms to your heart. Take a moment to pause and feel what your body is feeling. Feel the relationship between your feet and the floor. Make any adjustments you need to feel like you have a strong bond there. Gently hug your thighs and hips toward the center line of your body. Draw your shoulders east and west. And feel the effect of your breath on your body. Taking a sun salutation A, with your next inhale, sweep your arms up. As you exhale, take a forward fold. On your inhale, come halfway up, lengthen your torso, expand your shoulders. And as you exhale, this time bend your knees so you can plant your palms and step back to plank position, top of a push-up. Elbows hug in toward the low ribs as you lower to the floor. Untuck your toes. On an inhale, lift your heart up into a gentle cobra. Exhale, either downward facing dog or child's pose. 3 breaths. Looking forward towards your hands, make your way to a standing fold. When your feet are well planted, come halfway up on your inhale and lengthen, folding forward as you exhale. On your inhale now, sweep all the way up. And on the exhale, bring your palms to your heart. Allow your hands to come down by your hips. I'm going to turn to face you so that you can see me better. Interlace your index fingers under your thumbs into Gyan Mudra, the mudra of consciousness. Feet hip distance apart. As you inhale, sweep your mudra up, lift your ribs, and as you exhale, gently float the mudra back down. This time as you inhale, sweep your arms up and also lift up off your heels. Floating back down on the exhale, lower the heels as slowly as your body will allow. And again, inhale, sweeping arms up, lifting the heels, press down through your big toe mound. Slow, steady release with the exhale. This next one, you're going to take the right arm only halfway up and the left arm all the way up. Inhaling. And on the exhale, the left arm picks up the right on the way down. Inhale, this time left arm halfway up, right arm all the way up. And on the exhale, the right arm picks up the left on the way down. Inhaling, right arm halfway, left arm all the way up. And exhale, slow, steady release. Inhaling, left arm halfway, right arm all the way up. And exhale, release. Last one. This time on the inhale, we'll sweep both arms all the way up. Maybe holding for a few counts at the top. And then releasing with an exhale. Shake it out a little bit if you need to. And then step your feet into a wide stance. Bring your hands to rest on your hips, feet parallel, and on an inhale, lift your ribs. On an exhale, fold forward from your hip creases and allow your hands to come down to a block or to the floor. Press the floor away through your feet, lift your hips, let your upper body relax. Feel what your body is feeling. Feel the effect of your breath on your body. Returning hands to hips, press down through your feet, and come all the way back up to standing. Bring your feet to a hip distance apart, preparing for tree pose. Hands come to rest on the hips, feet hip distance apart, eyes focused on something that's not moving. Shift your weight into your right foot. Use your left foot either like a kickstand, foot above the ankle, or you can cross the foot over the standing leg. Let yourself breathe. Imagine a soft smile in your eyes. Taking 3 more breaths here. And then we'll release and shake it out. Preparing for tree pose on the other side. Shifting your weight into your left foot. Crossing the right foot over the ankle or resting the foot above the ankle. Let yourself breathe. Three more breaths here. And then release. Shake it out. Bringing your feet to almost shoulder distance apart, preparing for a squat. You might turn your toes out a little more here. And then you're going to sink your hips down towards your heels. Hook your elbows inside your knees. Bring your palms together in Namaste. Lengthen your spine by reaching the crown of your head up as you reach your tailbone down. The more you press your elbows into your inner knees, the deeper the stretch. Find a healthy amount of stretch and connect to your breath. Breathing into your Dantian center here, lower abdomen. If your mind feels busy in this pause, say to yourself inhaling as you're inhaling. Say to yourself exhaling as you're exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Changing the posture a little here. We'll keep the feet as they are, but round your back, interlace your fingers behind the base of your skull, draw your elbows toward the earth, and let yourself breathe. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. One more generous breath. And then release and come back to a seated position. It'll probably feel good to extend your legs forward and shake it out a little bit. And then we're going to do a couple of yin hip opening poses here. Starting with fire log pose, you might like to use a blanket under your hips for this pose. Bending your left knee, lower left leg is flush with the front of the mat. And then as best you can, bring your right ankle to rest on your left knee. You may find that you have just enough of a stretch here by just gently applying pressure to your inner right thigh. Or if you'd like a deeper sensation, you can start to fold forward. You don't want to look for an aggressive stretch. Strong sensation is okay, but hot, sharp pain is not what we're going for. When you find the right amount of stretch, bring your body into stillness. Let go of unnecessary tension. And take generous breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. If you'd like to continue with your grounding breath, you can pause for 2 counts at the bottom of each exhale. Inhaling, exhaling, pausing. Inhaling, exhaling, pausing. 3 more generous breaths here. And then release the pose by extending your legs and bringing your feet wide. Flexing both feet. You can either stay here, or if you'd like to fold forward, you can fold as long as your lower back is not rounding. If the low back is rounding, you might fold your blanket a second time or use a cushion or a bolster to lift the hips a little bit higher so that your pelvis tips forward and allows you to take a deeper fold with a straight back. One more generous breath here. And then coming into fire log pose on the other side. Right knee bending, lower leg almost parallel with the front of the mat. Left ankle on the right knee. If that's a little too much, you can have the foot forward of the knee, or behind the knee rather, or forward of the knee. Either stay where you are if you have enough of a stretch already as is, or you could start to fold forward, finding a healthy amount of stretch. Relax any unconscious clenching. And feel the breath in the body. Three more generous breaths. And when you're ready to, you can release, stretching the feet wide. And either sitting here for a moment, if you want a chest opener, you could rest your hands behind you on the mat, walk your hands as close together as is comfortable, lift your chest, maybe let your head drop back. If you'd like to, you can take a forward fold for the final 2 breaths in this pose, or you can just continue to stay with your chest opener. When your next exhale is totally released, come to lying on your back on the mat. Hug your knees in toward your chest. Resting one hand on each knee, guide your knees around in a big circle, rolling around the edges of your low back. Reverse direction, go around the other way. And then keep your knees hugged in towards your chest, but extend your arms out to the sides, maybe a little overhead like an upward facing V. And then lower your knees down to the right to come into a supine twist. You might turn your head to look opposite the knees. With every breath, allow your body to settle into the floor a little more deeply. When it feels just right, you can come into the twist on the other side. And then bringing the knees back up to center. Rest one hand on each knee. When you inhale, let your knees move forward. As you exhale, hug the knees in. Long, slow, deep inhale. Long, slow exhale, hugging the knees in. Pause at the bottom of the exhale for 2 to 3 counts. Inhaling as the knees move forward. Exhale as the knees hug in. Pausing for 2 counts. Move at your own breathing pace. When your next exhale is fully completed, extend your legs into a Shavasana position. Feel free to use props. For guided relaxation, you might like to have a bolster under your knees, or if you were using a chair, you can rest your lower legs in the seat of the chair so that your low back feels very happy. You can make any adjustments you need to with your body so that you feel ultimate comfort. Please continue to lie down. I'm going to sit up just so that I can guide you through relaxation. Closing your eyes, letting go of any sense of effort that you feel in your body, any sense of effort in your breathing, letting go of any sense of effort in your mind. Feeling the solidity, stability of the earth beneath you. Surrendering the weight of your body to that stability. You can imagine your mind like a pebble sinking, settling to the bottom of a pond. Feeling your toes relaxing. Feeling the tops of your feet relaxing. Feeling the soles of your feet relaxing. Ankles soft and heavy. Softening the backs of your legs. Imagine your shin bones relaxing. Softening your knees. Softening your thighs. Imagine your hips could get heavier and widen. Softening the lower back. Allow your abdominal muscles to be totally limp and loose. Middle back relaxing. Shoulder blades soft and heavy. Muscles of the chest relaxed. Collarbones wide. Backs of the arms are heavy. Inner arms are soft. The wrists soft and heavy. Relaxing palms of your hands and fingers. Softening your throat and jaw. Relaxing the muscles you use to control your eyes. Softening forehead and scalp. Giving whole body permission to release and let go. Floating in stillness. Please continue your gentle relaxation for as long as feels beneficial for you.